before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Located in Ocala, Renstar Medical Research has offered a wide range of clinical research trials for 17 years. Renstar conducts clinical trials for conditions such as migraines, memory decline, fibromyalgia, and sun-damaged skin. To learn more, call Renstar at 352-629-5800. Help us create a healthier tomorrow by volunteering today. Please call Renstar at 352-629-5800.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in today. I think it might be called National Distraction Day. There's been so many distractions today. So if you were just watching the video, you saw some guests that aren't even guests on the show today. Kelli, Hart is here for Ocala Magazine Radio, but you have your actual guests here.
Yes.
Good morning to both of you, and good morning, Kelli. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
It's National Distraction Day. All morning long, something's been distracting me.
Is that a real thing, or did you just make it that?
I just made it that,
Oh, okay.
but I think it should be.
I agree with you. I mean, literally since time I've woken up this morning.
You've been distracted all morning
I've
too?
been distracted by
Really?
things all morning. So yeah, let's just make it that because it fits.
So how you doing?
Perfectly. I'm doing really good.
Good.
Yeah. I'm doing great. I have some guests here today. You know, last week I had Kelly McAnally and I had Lisa Lombardo with me in the studio because we were talking about the Coates Golf Tournament that's coming up again this year. And so part B, I guess, of this topic is the other end of things, which is Golden Ocala, because of course this is the location where the tournament is held. And so I have with me this morning General Manager Joe Donnelly with me and the Director of Operations, Kendall Carpenter, because today I want to kind of lay out the other end of things, which is all of the work and logistics that goes on at the actual course to make this tournament possible.
Very good.
You know, in talking to the ladies last week, you know, they talked about how busy they were and the sponsors and I mean all of the things that they have to do to make this.
Sounds like a lot of thinking goes into this.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they literally end the event and then they immediately start on the next year. And so Golden Ocala, I'm sure, is just as busy because not only do they have to worry about this particular week of events, but they're operating all the time. I mean, every day of the year. So good morning, guys. Thanks for being here this morning. First one I want to ask you is to kind of recap last year and how the tournament had an impact not only on the economy here, but on Golden Ocala as a whole.
Ocala had a lot of home resales and sales in general. We had over 30 home sales, and our membership definitely increased because of the event, more awareness of who we are and what we're. We had over 50 annual memberships, and that does not include our summer and hits memberships. So we definitely had an increase. And that's, I think with our membership, they're also, more proud of being a member there, and they talk it up, and that's helped out a lot as well.
So how did it feel last year when you were watching the event? I don't know if you even had an opportunity. You may have just been there live the whole time, but were you able to catch any of it on television where you actually saw your course and thought, wow, this is big time?
I personally, I recorded it in the evening time to kind of recap and watch some of it. And actually, at the very beginning of the tournament, we got to watch it live from the Golf Channel trailer. And that, to me, was probably like one of the highlights of the tournament for me, just seeing, our just in Ocala and our course all being broadcasted live. It's pretty cool. And
what type of feedback did you get from the professional athletes that utilized the course last year?
All positive, all very positive on the course and the food, the general atmosphere, everything. I think they were kind of blown away by what Ocala brought to the table.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to the field. We have 24 of the top 25 players in the world, that were here last year. They all came back. So the response of the facility, the golf course, and really the spectators. I remember Stacy Lewis walking out onto the 10th tee and couldn't believe the crowd. They weren't used to that big of a crowd, especially on the first round of the golf tournament.
Give us a little recap, too, of how this came to fruition. So when the coach, Molly and Randy, set out to create such an event, because there are other courses that they could have easily chosen, I'm certain, although I know that they're happy, proud members at Golden Ocala. But so how did that relationship kind of merge?
The coach came to us last, I want to say April, and asked us if we'd be interested in hosting an LPGA event, that they were in contract talks with them. The LPGA actually wanted them to try to take this tournament into a bigger market, the Orlando market, and the coach said, no, we're Ocala. Our company's based here. We're members at Golden Ocala. You need to come out and see this place. And they called, and we took them on a tour, and the LPGA said, no, this is where we need to be.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
We're happy that happened because it's had such a great impact. Absolutely. It's really helped put Ocala on the map in such a positive way. And then it's really helped our economy grow as well. And so we're looking forward, of course, to this year's event, which is just a few days away. So tell us what goes into preparing the course, and I guess the facility as a whole, because it's not just the grounds itself. Everything, all the amenities, everything really has to be up and operational for it to be able to support such a crowd, and plus these athletes and their caddies and everybody that comes with their entourage. So give us a little bit of information about what you guys have been doing behind the scenes to prepare Golden Ocala for this event.
Well, a lot of it is just organizing and working with Kelli and the coach on the operational side. The one thing that I'm very proud of with Golden Ocala is that what we're providing next week for the players is what we provide for our members. For instance, the tour agronomist was here 2 weeks ago and didn't have any comments. He said, keep it the way it is. And, so the golf course is tournament ready, pretty much throughout the year. You do some renovation or some maintenance during the summers and stuff, but the product. There's just a lot of organization with, preparing for crowds, and Golden Ocala feeds the players every day, breakfast and lunch, and their families and their agents and their trainers and everything. So, Kendall's involved in a lot of that with the operations of trying to get that organized. And it's a big job. Caddies, we're responsible for the caddies and media and all that stuff. So it is a 12-month process. We start the Tuesday after the tournament. We have our first meeting recapping this year and what things we need to do better next year.
What were some of the comments that you heard last year directly following the event? Not so much from the people in attendance or the athletes, but from you guys yourself, the staffers and people involved in setting the event up. What were some of the comments that you guys talked about?
Well, I think right afterwards they were all relieved. They made it through it, and they were exhausted. But I think again it was pretty positive. I think everyone was very proud of themselves. All the managers are very proud of their staff for holding up and going above and beyond for everybody. So yeah, I mean, it was all good.
Yeah, the neat thing for us going around the community was everybody thanking us, you know, for having such a great event. Make sure you tell the coach thank you. Make sure you tell, you know, the Roberts and Arnell Carriers thank you, because it was such a great event for the community. I think the community as a whole was very proud of what took place.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. And what things can we expect this year? We talked a little bit last week about the food trucks. I mean, I know, my gosh, I mean, everybody I've talked to, they're so excited about the event, and they're so excited about the athletes coming back to town, and it's going to be on television. But I mean, the food trucks have been a huge.
We all love food, that's why.
Yeah, we do. We really, really do. So tell us a few other things that we can anticipate seeing this year that maybe we didn't get to see last year.
Again, like you said, food trucks I think are number one. Also, the beer garden that they're having out front is another great aspect that they've added to the championship, and I think that's been a big hit. Other than that, we've added a few grandstand area for the general public, which I think they'll greatly appreciate. Am I missing anything else?
Yeah, some of the things you're seeing a little bit different. It looks bigger this year. There's 24 different countries going to be represented in the tournament, and we have a flag for every country out around the front of the clubhouse, and it just looks really neat. It's just
nice touch.
The presentation's a little bit different.
I think this year we've really jazzed it up. You know, like we've got the big archway coming in. We've got on all the light posts we have flags or banners with the players on there, the flags coming up. I mean, I think it's more of a wow factor when you come in this year. Not that it wasn't last year, but this year we've really, really played it up. So
that's amazing. Oh, we have people waving. Hello, good morning.
It's National Distraction Day.
I know,
I'm telling
so distracted. And now I know that we have this year. You guys have to accommodate all of these food trucks and then the craft beer festival. Whose job is it to decide where all of these things go? Or actually, we can take a break if you want, and we can talk about that when we come back.
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Friday, partly to mostly sunny skies, cooler and less humid, the high 63 to 67. Clear to partly cloudy and chilly Friday night with lows in the low to mid 40s. For Saturday, sunshine mixing with clouds, high 66 to 70. Sunday, partly sunny, high 70 to 74. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
This is Kendall Carpenter, Director of Operations with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I am proud to announce we will be hosting the Coates Golf Championship, presented by R&L Carriers, here the first week of February. This championship will feature the world's best LPGA players, including world number 1 Lydia Ko. Come and experience women's professional golf at its finest. The championship week starts February 1st and ends with the final round on February 6th. Join me to see the very best in golf at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club.
At Ameris Bank, we understand that there is no purchase more exciting than the purchase of a new home. We are dedicated to helping you find the mortgage that meets your needs and giving you the personal attention you deserve. Our mortgage options offer a variety of benefits, including up to 100% financing, down payment assistance, and expansive credit qualifications, all with the competitive rates and exceptional service. Call Ameris Bank today or visit amerisbank.com to learn more. We look forward to serving you.
Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender and member of FDIC, a loan subject to credit approval.
The Women's Veterans Health Fair will be happening on Saturday, February 20th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Ocala VA Clinic at the Cascades Office Complex at 1515 East Silver Springs Boulevard right here in Ocala. The Women's Veterans Health Fair. Don't miss it. If you'd like more information, give a call to 352-369-3320. That's 369-3320 for the Women's Veterans Health Fair at the Ocala VA Clinic in the Cascades, February 20th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
For some, Valentine's Day means flowers and candy. Not for us.
Join us for the Valentine's Day Massacre, February 13th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
For 7 scheduled bouts of live professional boxing entertainment. Each bout is highlighted with local boxers.
So come out and support the future boxing in Ocala. First bout starts at 7 and doors open at 6.
Proceeds to benefit the Boys and Girls Club. Tickets start at only $15.
Get your tickets at Central Florida Boxing, 1032 Southwest 1st Avenue, or call 352-292-2103.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Cozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Ocala Magazine Radio is on the air. Kelli Hart is here with her guests, Kendall Carpenter and Joe Donnelly.
Yes, from Golden Ocala. And right before the break, I had asked about the strategy that goes into deciding where certain things go. So, for example, all of these food trucks that are coming from out of town and this craft beer festival, whose job is it to strategize where these things are set up and how they're organized?
Well, I think that's a little bit of a team effort. We work with IMG and Kelli and the coach, and we kind of just map things out. What worked well last year, what didn't work, what we thought we could improve in, and just where the best location would be where people would have the access. So it's a team effort, and Kendall and I have been meeting with Kelli since September, since when she got here, and that's all the stuff we were talking about the first.
She's amazing. She really is so knowledgeable and so easy to work with. I mean, she's just a lot of fun, and she has a great name. I mean. First time I met her, I was like, well, I will not forget your name at least, if anything else. So she's just been a pleasure to have, and I'm happy that she's not only here for the event, but that she's now a permanent Ocalan. So we get to keep her, which is really nice. So let's talk about the week. So the week starts Monday. Yes. Correct? Okay. And then so it goes through Saturday, because we were talking about it'll finish up right before the Super Bowl.
Right,
so,
right.
I mean, it's just a really jam-packed week full of awesome athletics. And so if you want to just go down the list of events and tell people kind of day by day what they can anticipate, especially things they don't want to miss that they may need to register for. For example, I know the kids' clinic is next Saturday, which I've registered Lily for, so I'm really excited to get her out there swinging away for the first time. So I'll let you guys kind of take the floor on that.
So Monday evening will be the gala. It's hosted at Golden Ocala as well, and that's for the Pro-Am players get to come in there, meet up with the pros, kind of get to know them a little bit before they go out on Tuesday. Tuesday there'll be the Pro-Am hosted at Golden Ocala, of course, and they get to play with the good thing is they get to play 9 holes with one player, and then on the 9th hole they switch off with another one. So they're actually getting to play with 2 pros, so that's been a big hit. And I think our teams have actually doubled this year because it was so exciting last year. A lot of people talked it up, and more people decided to do it this year. And then Wednesday is the big day. We start the actual tournament play for the girls. And then, of course, they keep eliminating down Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday will be the final day for their play.
Yeah, the cut will be made on after the second round on Thursday afternoon to the low 60 in ties. And then the gates open up 7 o'clock on Monday morning for practice rounds. And quite honestly, I think that's a great day to come out and see because the players are having fun out there. It's not as serious. I think that they, will kid around with the player with the spectators a little bit more, and you get a little bit closer to them than you do during the tournament.
So for people who maybe didn't get a chance to come out last year, who will be taking this in for the first time this year, maybe a few pointers or tips on kind of what to expect, everything from parking to maybe what to wear, and then etiquette at the tournament so that people are really aware of, it's a lot of fun and photos are allowed and things of that nature. But
absolutely. They're allowed at certain times. Of course, like you can't have your clicker going off while they're hitting, things like that. But as far as like parking and such, I think parking, we've actually moved it outside of the gates, whereas last year it was inside the gates. I think everyone's very relieved about that as well because we have more entries and exits, and I know our membership's happy about that as well. Less congestion and traffic inside, and it'll make it easier for the spectators to get around as well when they're crossing the streets.
And that'll be located out there on off of 27 and 70th, and there'll be entrance off of 27 and also one off of 70th.
Okay.
And like I said, if I were coming for my first time, I would say absolutely don't miss the final day, which will be Saturday, especially the final rounds. I remember last year it was such a close, they're very close ending, and actually I think that was when Lydia Ko ended up becoming number one. that was something I wouldn't want to miss. So if there's a day that they have to come or they want to come to, that would be the day to come.
Yeah, there's just so much energy that day with the anticipation of the ending. But any day they come, the crowds were just great last year. There's it sounds like a lot of people, but when you spread them out over 18 holes, you really do get close to the players, and you'll be surprised how much they interact with everybody, even during the tournament. Mm-hmm. I tell a funny story. Last year I was walking in the parking lot, and I seen some feet fly through the air, and I walked down there, and two of the players were doing cartwheels with little 3- and 4-year-old girls down the side.
Nice.
So their interaction is just great. The LPGA Tour that's part of their product of what they do. They're very good at interacting with the crowds and stuff. As far as what to wear, just wear something you're comfortable, and make sure you wear something that you can walk around in, because you're going to do a lot of walking.
And if you need to layer up, we have our merchandise tent, so they can all come out that way and grab an extra jacket. And so
fantastic. Yeah. And I was really shocked at the price when everything was first being talked about. I thought, well, this is probably going to be maybe costly. Yeah. I'm only really used to going to professional football games, and so I know there's, depending on where you sit, for the price that you guys are charging, even for a full week, usually would be like a nosebleed type seat at a professional football game. So when I heard the prices, I was really excited, because I thought this makes it available to literally anybody that wants to come. And I think last week both Lisa and Kelly had a really great suggestion, in that just buy the weekly pass, and if for no other reason, just to come out and try the different beers and the different food trucks at lunch. I mean, we all have to take a break at some point during our workday to have lunch, so why not come out and get the weekly pass, and then, try some of these food trucks that'll be in town temporarily, which I think is a really great idea.
Yeah, I know some people that are just going to do that. They've already told me we're coming out for the craft beer fest.
I think that's our plan.
And, yeah,
it's a big party for Ocala. The whole event is. Yeah,
it is.
I think we were all excited to see it on TV too. There was something about that. I don't know what it was. It's kind of hard to define, but seeing it on network TV, wasn't it? It was cool.
Well, it's like if you've ever seen something on TV or in a movie, and then you go to that location, you're like, oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, right.
But maybe in reverse, because then you're really proud. She's like, hey, everyone's seeing where I'm from and the place that I call home and that I love. So I thought that was, plus it's just gorgeous. So it's not like they're showing national coverage of one of these sinkholes that we've had on the news before. I mean, we're talking about a phenomenal course that's being broadcast all over the place. So it makes us really proud. So you guys should be extremely proud.
Very.
When you see it, because all the time and hours and manpower it took to get it there. So if people want information on Golden Ocala specifically, and not just for this event, but for the real estate side of things, who can they contact, or is there a website?
Mm-hmm. We have a website. It's just very easy, www.goldenocala.com. Mm-hmm. We have a general 800 number. We also have an office number if you want to reach the main office and get membership information, which I can provide. That's 352-629-6229. I have every number memorized now working there. So, but and I mean, if they ever have any questions, they can always just call in, and even if they don't get the right person at first, anyone and everybody can direct you to somebody that can answer your questions. So.
Sure. And I know that, and I've seen this on Facebook, and now it's kind of the buzz or whatever, but that Coach Steve Spurrier will be out to enjoy the course. Now, has he ever been out to Golden Ocala to play?
Yeah, I believe when he was, I believe back right when the Roberts took over the property, he came out a few times and played, yes.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
to get Coach
excited.
Spurrier back, to Golden Ocala. In fact, I saw Buddy Martin this morning at Starbucks, and of course I immediately thought of Steve. When I said it's like they're kind of one and the same when you see them. So that's really exciting. Any other notables that we should talk about before we leave our listeners? I mean, I don't think we really are having to convince people to get excited about the event. I think that's just a given. I feel like what we've been doing is just educating people.
Giving information.
A lot of information. But anything that I may not have asked or that I'm leaving out that you guys want to bring up?
Yeah, just a couple little things. During the week, if anybody's interested in hitting any of the Coach golf clubs, on the driving range to the right of where the pros will be practicing, we're going to have it set up there that people can come out and hit some of their golf equipment. We're going to have some PGA golf professionals and LPGA golf professionals there, not the players, but there to help, give some tips and, help if you're interested in getting fitted or something like that. So it'll be open a couple days a couple hours every day throughout the week. And that was really popular last year. We had several hundred people go through and try to hit their clubs, and we set that range up. So I just want to, personally, from everyone at Golden Ocala, thank the community for all the support that we've been hearing on the radios, the TVs, newspaper. This is a community event. It's not Golden Ocala's event. And we just appreciate all the support that everybody's been giving us.
Thank you. We certainly appreciate you guys and all the hard work, because like I say, it's just such an awesome event to have in Ocala. I mean, we really couldn't be prouder. I know Ocala Magazine is grateful for you guys allowing us to be invited to media type events and to be involved and to kind of help spread the work. Thank you so much. Thank you, Larry, for having us today.
Of course.
If you have not seen this month's issue, please grab one if there's any left, because now we're kind of moving over into February, which will be out on Monday. And you can like us on Facebook to keep up with some exciting events. We'll have some tickets to be giving away over the next few days for the Coats Tournament, so please be liking us on Facebook. And you can always read our digital issue on ocalamagazine.com.
As always, thank you so much. Thank you, all three of you. We will take a little break. Be right back.
I don't care about no rockin' jive. Just wanna be your man tonight. Oh, Cali, baby, what makes you look so good? Oh, Cali, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you?
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Friday, partly to mostly sunny skies, cooler and less humid, the high 63 to 67. Clear to partly cloudy and chilly Friday night with lows in the low to mid 40s. For Saturday, sunshine mixing with clouds, high 66 to 70. Sunday, partly sunny, high 70 to 74. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Saturday, February 13th is set aside for Kid Genius, an event that you must be 21 and older to attend. Love to gamble? That's what we're doing, because Kid Genius helps the many families with kids of special needs. www.kidgeniusincorporated.org is where all the information